this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Penn State Nittany Lions. We stay with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So Penn State's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice shot. Executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the run, it's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. At the 45, on his way. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. On the snap, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. There's some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First carry of the season. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The play action fake. Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
Looking for a man. It's back. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The RPO, it's complete.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flank. Nice job.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Spins away from the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. For anybody that didn't know Darren Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up in the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with tons of talent, and they think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowling up, getting that third down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding,
Makes the grab in their space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out.
And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
no doubt, unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
The run inside. It's Hansen. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for an open area to his left. Fires to the big fella.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Quarterback keeps it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good...
Snags it and he's open. Delivers the stiff arm. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Hansen. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Makes the grab. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here first and...
Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Throwing, Mensa. The quick out. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires one high and deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you have...
Finding some room. Still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Miami 21, Penn State 20.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He's up to 81 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for room. It's Fletcher. There's a little room there. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Once he got some room, it was over.
really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play, so this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second, and that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Hansen.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the play fake. Takes the easy completion. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Got enough for the first. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it. And he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Open spaces. Inside. He is in. Touchdown, Miami.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Beck. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 17, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the home squad looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. On target to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Beck. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Finds a little space.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down. He's into the open down the middle. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
A 15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a 2-point conversion attempt. 15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. Mensa. Looking to the big tight end. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Miami, 41. Penn State, 26.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. To the air. It's Beck. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Tight end now in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Scanning the field, it's Beck. He fires a bullet to the right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. This time he's got his man. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Nittany Lions, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Running inside. It's Hansen.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To throw, it's Beck. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off, and he's got open room. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, and a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Penn State, 26.
On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
First and 10.
Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Makes it past the marker. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
David, This guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Some misdirection with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. There he goes. Open it up. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That fourth down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one.
55, Penn State, 26.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Here's Mensa to throw. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now breaks into the open. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Sowell. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I like that play call there. Third and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They want to throw it. Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. And the catch is right into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Throwing, Mensah. Got the quick pass.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off the play fake. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense could get a stop?
It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. They get to him as he throws. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Canes with the first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Trying to get behind the defense. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
Miami, 69. Penn State, 33.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. A strike downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. A first down run in the red zone. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Miami offense will take over. 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Mensa finds his target down the middle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. It's complete to the left. Crosses the 30. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and then
slips a tackle, and he's got room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Canes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Mensa to throw. It's caught downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.